Jeff, and welcome to episode 75 of the Game Sharks podcast, where we talk about our favorite thing in the world. Getting shit from your parents' basement that they don't want anymore.
Such as?
An Atari Jaguar. My dad gave me his old Atari Jaguar.
Nice.
I don't know how much you guys know.
Did he give you his HD D&D DVD player?
No, he's still holding on to that.
Okay.
So we have. I'm going to show this off. If for anyone listening to the audio only of this, you can either check out the video on YouTube, or I'll put up a picture of it on the Instagram. But we have a couple games here. We have Pitfall.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We got Cybermorph, which was the pack-in game with the Jaguar. I think it's like a knockoff of Star Fox in some fashion. We got my personal favorite Atari Jaguar game that I have recollection playing, Rayman, the original.
Never played a Rayman.
We got Alien vs. Predator.
Is it good? Or is it bad like all
I haven't
the
played
others?
them since I was a child. We got Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. I imagine that one's probably pretty bad. And then lastly, we have Tempest. I think this is Tempest 2000. Tempest 2000, which was my dad's favorite game. But the coolest part, I don't know if you know this. This is what a Jaguar controller looks like. So you got the D-pad, you got start and select, you got the three main buttons, and then you have this like keypad down here. But check this out. Each game would come with I'm dropping Jaguar games. Each game would come with this insert that you would throw in there. Oh, this one's a bit broken. They're old and there's this like crappy plastic. But you slide the insert in there and then it tells you what the buttons do. So I have two for Alien versus Predator. If you're playing as the alien, it'll show you like this is like attack with your tail to the left. This is attack with your tail to the right. You got the map button in the middle here. But then if you swap it out for the Marine one, it's like there's way more options. Hang on, let me see. So you got like all the different guns and whatnot that you can swap between different attacks and stuff. I feel like that's such a cool, novel concept.
That is really cool.
And like you don't need to memorize what the buttons do because you switch this out with different games and it will show you exactly what the button's gonna do.
I remember
kind of cool.
I can't remember what game it was. I had a game for the PC back in like the 90s, and it came with a thing that you put like over your keyboard, and it like laid over your keyboard, and it told you what every single like, but because it was like a game that you used a lot of keys besides like WASD or arrow keys in the mouse. WASD, whatever.
In the video.
And like that, like it was sweet. Like it was like, oh, I don't have to remember that G is grenade. I just hit the grenade button because this insert tells me like that's what these things do.
Yeah.
It was like a slow-paced game, I remember.
What button on your keyboard could ever be grenade?
Well, that was just the example, Andrew.
X.
Yeah, what if
Everyone knows
G is
G is for grenade. That doesn't make any sense, Jeff.
Makes perfect sense in my
G
brain.
is for gun.
Anyways, and video games.
Those were video games.
Those were video games. If any of you want to come over for the inaugural, the maiden voyage of me plugging this Jaguar into my TV, that'll be awesome. Joining me this week, we have Adam.
Hello.
We have T-Con.
Hello.
We have Derek.
Hello.
And we have Andrew.
Hey.
Hello, gentlemen. It's happening. We're in June. And we didn't get this last year, but this year, it's E3. All the crazy stuff is starting to happen. The news is super weird this week. There's a lot of announcements coming. So we're not going to talk about those. We'll just talk about the actual announcements when they happen. But we have a couple game delays or release dates and some interesting stuff. And then our main topic is going to be our E3 predictions. We each came up with lists. Derek said something about making another bingo card.
No.
In addition to the existing bingo card we had from our 2021 predictions, which so far we have
Two.
Yeah, which ones do we have?
Diamond and Pearl remakes
from Adam.
And well, technically the Starfield Xbox exclusive have not.
Yes, technically that's not real
been
yet.
confirmed yet.
Didn't one
on
more
this
also?
one I have. I mean, on mine I have Cyberpunk multiplayer canceled, but I don't remember if that happened.
It hasn't. I don't think it's officially happened.
It hasn't officially been canceled, but it might as well have been canceled.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
For all that everybody cares.
The whole game.
So retroactively go back and cancel it. So anyways,
PlayStation did.
Yeah.
That is going to be our main topic of discussion, but we'll start with the news, what little we have of it. I don't believe any of you played this game, and I've been meaning to go back and play it, but Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which was, what's his name, Igaraga? I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm missing a letter or adding a letter somewhere. Basically the guy who developed the original Castlevania Symphony of the Night went off and made his own game. It was called Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Pretty similar, if you ask me. But people seem to really love this game. It was a very strong successor to Symphony of the Night, or spiritual successor. And they just announced that they are going to be making a sequel for it, which is really, really cool. I'm excited about that. Like I said, I really want to go back and play this. I believe it's still on Game Pass. But what little I did, I initially played it on Switch, where it did not perform super well, and they've been updating it ever since, and apparently it does perform pretty decently on Switch at this point. But what I did play, I really liked. It does have that that Symphony of the Night feel, exploring the map, the frame perfect jumping, that even have the backdash and stuff. But it's got way more weapon variety than Symphony of the Night, so it's just a bit bigger.
This announcement struck me as a little odd because I thought there already were 2 Bloodstained games.
There's a demake, right? Technically, is that what the term is for it?
Is there?
Yeah. Well, so there's the Ritual of the Night, and then there's the Curse of the Moon.
Curse of the Moon, yeah.
Which
okay, yeah.
Those are the NES style Castlevania games. I think they've already made 2 of those.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was called Curse of the Moon 2 or if it had a different name, but there definitely are 2 of the NES style Castlevania games that are in the Bloodstained universe.
Okay.
505 Games is the company that made them. So I'm kind of excited for this. I don't know if any of you have interest in playing Bloodstained. But
similar, if it's more akin to Symphony, then probably maybe.
Yeah, it's a very Symphony game for sure. So yeah, that's exciting stuff for sure. Let's talk about Far Cry 6. We got an official release date, and it is coming to October 7th. And I believe this is a PS4, Xbox One game, if I recall correctly. There aren't native versions, which seems to be going to be a common theme going forward. What do we think? Far Cry 6.
I actually haven't played any other Far Cry games, so I can't really.
I feel like
I don't think
played
you
a
need
little.
to.
I played I'm pretty sure they're all they're standalone games.
And they're also all the same game.
Yeah, it's like another GTA type game. I played a bit of Far Cry Primal, and I think Far Cry 4 or 5 was supposed to be really good. That was the one where you got the bear named Cheeseburger that had a cheeseburger hanging off.
I think that was
collar.
5.
That's 5.
5.
Yeah.
I don't think it was hanging off the collar. I think the collar just had cheeseburgers printed on it. But I do remember the bear named Cheeseburger.
It's a genius pet bear name.
So when the release date for this was going to be February of this year, I felt like I had interest. Maybe I was going to pick it up and play it. For some reason, as time has gone on, I have less and less interest in playing this game, especially if it's going to be coming out in the fall when we're going to be getting Halo and presumably Breath of the Wild 2 and maybe some other big games. It's like, man, I don't want to play another Ubisoft open world game.
Are these? I don't think these are open world games, are they?
Yeah,
Are they?
Yeah.
Ish.
They are, but they're usually. I want to say they usually gate the world. I don't know. I remember from 3 and 4, you don't always have access to the full world, or you have no reason to explore the full world at a time. You usually follow it in some kind of linear path. I don't know about 5 though. That 5's the one I skipped because by then I had Burnout on the series.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they are all very similar.
Yeah, they're similar definitely in a lot of ways.
And they're definitely all not political. Not at all.
Yeah.
Not anyway.
Didn't they make
No.
another announcement that they like?
Yeah,
That
they
was
like
this game's gonna be very political.
No, they backed up their statement that it's not political, which
Yeah.
is just false.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Oh, I
I don't
thought
know.
it said
It
that.
seems like they're
It
trying to
was.
have their cake and eat it too with that, but you know. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm not gonna end up playing this unless people are like, it's the best Far Cry, you have to play it. The vibe I'm getting is it's just another Far Cry. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you like Far Cry, then that's good. But
for sure. All right, Tikon. God of War
Yes, sir?
2, not officially named Ragnarok, but God of War 2 has been delayed to 2022.
Yep.
And
Our subject.
it will come to PS4. So Adam, if you don't have a PS5 by then, you'll be able to play it still.
cool. I still got to beat 1.
You sure do.
Also true.
So here's the thing. I'm not surprised. I think most people were expecting this because we haven't heard anything about it since they just showed the name of the game last year, saying it was going to come out this year.
Still hurts.
They didn't even show the name of the game.
Well, yeah, that's true. They just
they
said
just
God
put-
of War.
They just said
Ragnarok
I thought it
is
was just
coming.
Ragnarok.
It wasn't even a
is
title. It
coming.
was just the symbol.
Yeah, and then it said Ragnarok is coming, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's gonna be God of War Ragnarok," and for some reason that's just become the acceptance.
Yeah, everyone just thinks it's that.
Yeah.
Don't know why. All right, Tikon. Let's talk about Fantasy Critic because you have Lego Skywalker.
I keep forgetting what it's called. Fantasy.
You have Star Wars Lego The Skywalker Saga, which I believe was determined to not come out this year, and now you still have God of War Ragnarok, which is not coming out this year. Are you actually going to participate in this, or do you want me to just kick you out and then we'll fight for Halo Infinite, Final Fantasy 16, Far Cry 6, and Elden Ring?
I had Far Cry 6 in there.
Because like,
I counter.
I don't. I can't
You haven't-
What's the website again? I can't.
it's
FantasyCritic.games.
Oh, it's .games, not .com.
Why didn't you just Google Fantasy Critic?
So I mean, this is the time to get into it if you're actually going to pay attention, get into it, because there's going to be so many announcements coming at E3.
Yeah, E3 is going to be the time where we actually have to use our bids intelligently.
Mm-hmm.
Because before we've just been able to pick up games for free for $1,
Yeah.
or for $10 to Adam's detriment.
Yeah.
And so now is the time where we'll actually have to compete to get to bid over the same title. Because not Derek, because if Breath of the Wild 2 gets a 2021 release date, he already has it.
That's true. But Derek also only has one slot open left on his roster with E3 coming.
Also
Yeah.
true.
You can drop games.
You can drop 2 games that aren't releasing this year, and you get 1 free drop. You can't just drop willy-nilly.
I've already dropped 2 games, so.
So I don't know if you knew that,
maybe
Derek.
I'm just playing you guys. I'm just making it seem like I'm not paying attention, and then bam.
It's very possible. It is entirely possible.
Watch him win.
Yeah, okay. I believe if I can quote you, Tikon, from a minute ago, you said, I have Far Cry 6 in there?
It's all a sham.
So the big question, do you actually want to participate in this, or should I just kick you out now?
Hold on, I'm trying to log in.
You still haven't gotten into the website.
No, because my password's not working. So
All right. Well, we can talk about this.
I'm gonna.
While he
fight
figures
I
that
want you, I would love for you to come back and win, but now you have to drop God of War. Did Skywalker Saga definitely get?
He doesn't necessarily have to drop God of War because it's getting him more points than Hood is for me and Biomutant is for Adam,
That's true.
which
Yeah.
is 0.
Or no, negative.
Which is negative.
No, I'm
Oh,
saying
wow.
0 is more.
Andrew, why did you pick up Metroid Prime 4 and Bayonetta 3?
Because if they come out, then it's going to be great.
Yeah, but if they don't, they're just empty slots on your bench. Because you already
That's
dropped 2 games.
That's the game, baby.
I think you're playing it wrong.
Fantasy is a lot about holding on to players that might have value, maybe.
Yeah,
Derek drafted Silksong and
I
Breath of the
have
Wild.
I
But
have
the way-
2 games.
the way that this works is that you can only drop so many. It's not like you can just scoop everything up and then drop them all. You can only drop 3
Jeff,
total
I
things.
guarantee you, at least 10 more games collectively out of all the ones we have are going to get pushed to 2022. At least.
No way.
absolutely way.
Well, we'll see.
We already got one.
We'll see. See, I went with things that I know are guaranteed coming out this year during my draft, and then I took some stretches like Starfield because I got that for $1, and I'm pretty confident in it.
Yeah, I got Metroid Prime for $1.
Anyways, God of War is delayed. It's sad. T-Gun might start paying attention to Fantasy Critic. Valorant is coming to mobile. I did not see this coming.
I saw something about that today real quick.
This is really cool. I'm sure most people aren't going to care, but this is going to blow up in China.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
you think?
Oh, absolutely. Mobile gaming
is
the biggest
really
thing in China.
into mobile gaming over there, right?
It's absolutely insane over there. So yeah, this is definitely going to get really, really big in China. I don't know how well Wild Rift is doing, the League of Legends mobile game, but
fairly well, I think.
Yeah, I expect this to be super successful. I don't know how it's going to control, but I'm sure they'll make it work.
Yeah, touch controls are weird, I think, especially with a first-person shooter.
I agree.
I mean, mobile gamers are a different breed because I can't fathom, playing a game like this on my phone, but it's just the style of gaming that some people are acclimated to, so.
It's true. Anyone here gonna try this? I'm assuming no.
No,
I've played Valorant all of like gaming 3 times.
Yeah.
Granted, Valorant is really fun, but yeah, I don't really like mobile games.
Last piece of news. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry.
Congrats.
I gotta find it. Where is it? Someone stall. Quick.
Why? You were wrong, Jeff. We have 3 droppable games that don't release.
Oh, and then one extra.
And then one that will release.
Okay.
So you're in the clear, Andrew.
Maybe. He's already dropped
Maybe.
2. All right. So, there was a man. He sued Nintendo. I think Nintendo. It's all about ROMs. This man.
Yeah.
He sued Nintendo for removing his ROMs from a website, like basically forcing him to take it down. They countersued, and Nintendo won. This guy owes them $2 million.
So the big
billion?
Million.
Oh, okay.
So the takeaway from this whole circumstance is that he chose to represent himself, which is the lesson here. Don't do that.
What the fuck?
So like there's like transcripts from the court case, and he was basically just trying to, argue like a child in trouble. Like, well, I didn't break any laws, and just like getting absolutely slapped down by like actual lawyers. It was So lesson being, don't represent yourself in court, kids.
Yeah,
correct.
This could have been like a landmark case for ROM stuff and emulation everywhere, and this guy chose to represent himself.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. ROMs are technically it's such a tricky thing because you can legally back up your games as a ROM if you own a physical copy, but when you host it on a website, there's no way to screen people who are downloading your ROMs to check if they have the thing.
Right.
Therefore, it's technically being pirated. So, yeah, of course Nintendo is going to win this.
Yeah.
This guy, he seems real dumb. But, hey, what are you going to do? You live and you learn, I guess, and you're out $2 million to a several billion-dollar company.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is how it goes sometimes, I guess.
All right, that's it for news. Like I said, real light week. We got a lot of announcements.
It is a week and a half until E3, so.
I guess one last thing is the latest big Switch Pro rumor. I feel like I've heard this every day for the last week, but apparently they're announcing it tomorrow. I swear I hear this every single day. It's like tomorrow's the day that they're going to announce it.
Well, eventually they're going to be right.
Eventually, exactly. Whoever
if someone keeps saying it.
Whoever the last person to say it was gets all the cred. So everybody's just shouting it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on Switch Pro alert. I'm constantly checking the internet to see if anyone has said anything.
All right, I'll throw down my guess. Tomorrow, 1:00. I don't know why 1 o'clock.
In my mind, they would make an announcement saying like, "Hey, we have a presentation." Before
it's not a presentation. It's going to be a tweet.
You think they're just going to tweet the Switch Pro?
They're just going to tweet it. They're just going to tweet it.
Xbox just tweeted the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
They said this is the tweet. Remember?
Oh yeah.
People have been working on this story for years, and Nintendo's just going to tweet it.
Like they've shadow dropped stuff before. I think this could be
not a new console though.
Is it really?
Because it's not a new console. It's a revision, just like the Switch Lite, which was announced via a tweet.
Eric's got a point.
Is it a revision or a new model?
It's a revision. It's not a new model. It's a revision.
What does that fucking mean? No one has ever used that term before in this context.
Guess we'll find out.
Like the new Nintendo 3DS was announced in a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
But they also specifically said in their announcement for their E3 presentation, focusing on software.
That's true.
They never phrased it like that before.
But they also, if they're going to shadow drop like a hardware, they're not going to say it.
If we're gonna get the quotes, then we gotta.
At this point, I think they would just they could just drop it because it's like the worst kept secret on the internet at this point.
Unless
like they can just play into it. It's like, okay, here it is. Finally, stop talking about it.
Yeah. Also, I thought of what if they named it the Nintendo Switch Advance? Go like the Game Boy line.
Hard pass.
Kinda cool.
What about the Nintendo Switch Boy?
Nintendo Switch Boy.
Right.
Yeah.
What about the Nintendo Switch Blade? And it doubles as a pocket knife.
Oh, what?
It's a pretty big pocket knife.
All right.
Exactly.
That's it for news. Let's talk about what we've been playing. Ooh, excuse me. There's one game that all of us have played. Actually, I don't know if Adam's played it.
I just finished downloading after.
No, so he hasn't played it yet, but
yeah.
The other four of us have played a game that goes by the name of Knockout City.
Oh my God.
So it's basically a 3v3 arena dodgeball game. And you heard Tikon murmur, this game is so fun.
Oh, yeah.
I got
it is. It's so, like, simple, but amazing.
Yeah, it's
the best kind of games.
It's gameplay,
simple
like
concept,
you said.
But they do it so well.
Its mechanics are so well thought out and so easy to pick up, and they're just so satisfying. Catching a ball is satisfying. Hitting someone with the ball is satisfying. Turning into a ball and letting your friend throw you is so satisfying.
That was literally most of my kills was throwing you at people.
Yeah. There's an incredible clip on our Twitch channel of us having, it was myself, Tikon, and was Corey on our team? And we have like the most insane comeback ever where Tikon just throws me at 3 or 4 people in a row. But yeah, basically this game is 3-on-3 dodgeball. There are balls scattered around the map. Everyone has 2 lives. If you get hit twice, you die for like 5 or so seconds, and then you'll respawn.
Unless you get hit with somebody as a ball.
Yeah, well, hold on. And then the other team will get a point whenever they knock someone out. You yourself can roll into a ball, and if someone throws you and hits someone, that does 2 damage and instantly kills them. However,
you can also charge up your teammates as a special, like a super ball, basically, and you like lob them high into the air, and then they drop down like a bomb, and that'll kill anybody in the AoE.
Andrew got a triple kill with it. He killed all 3 of us.
It was awesome.
But the counterplay to you being thrown as a ball and knocking out your opponents in one hit is they can catch you, and then they can throw you at your own team and get an instant hit knockout, or they can throw you off the edge of the map and kill you. So there is counterplay when you decide to roll into a ball and get thrown at the enemy team. Also, if like you don't hit someone, then you're just in the middle of their team. And it's that can be bad. And then each time, there's a bunch of different maps, but each time a new game starts, there's 5 or 6 special ball types, and each match will prominently feature one of those special ball types. So there's the football, which is basically a sniper. There's multi-balls where you'll throw multiple. There's the cage ball, where if you hit someone with it, they get locked into a cage. So it's pretty fun. It's just it plays so well. It's a really good team game.
It takes the idea of dodgeball, which is such a simple game. You can play it. You can like pick up and play it anywhere as long as you have a ball and people in real life, and it like adds a level of depth to it that only a video game can. That makes it, like you said, so easy to pick up, but so satisfying to master. Like we were. I was gonna say, like, as we played, we were discovering more and more, strategies and techniques and like things that we can do physically with the controller, and it was so fun to have that like progression.
Yeah, like you can either do a hard fast throw, or if someone's catching on to that, you can do a soft throw to throw off their catch timing, or you can do a pump fake. So you go, like, you pretend to throw the ball, so they try to catch it, and then you're stuck in your catch animation.
Or you can like
curve
lock
balls
onto somebody and walk around cover and then throw a curveball at them, but they can't see you.
It.
Yeah. There's so much there that makes it like infinitely replayable.
You can pass the ball to your teammates, and when that happens, it like gets a little bit of a speed bonus, and you can like pass it back and forth. So if your teammate's standing there and he's like looking at someone, and the person's like, "Oh, he doesn't have a ball," then you as the teammate pass the ball to them, and the opponent's like, "Oh shit!" and then they throw the ball, and they weren't expecting it. It's great. This is the most fun I've had with like an online 3v3 game, or just like an online game you play with your friends, probably since Valorant. Yeah. Valorant was the last time I was actively thinking about and wanting to play a multiplayer game with my friends.
I think the difference with this is that it like just purely the round times are shorter, like a single round. It's a best of 3, first team to 10 points each round, and like that can take anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes max. And so it's like super quick to just go from game to game.
Yeah. Also, Valorant feels super serious all the time, where this feels.
I was gonna say it's a lot
goofy.
less serious and stressful, where this is super goofy.
Yeah, it's fun to just like try to do whatever. Like go for every round, go for the big bomb throw with your buddy, just to see if you can get it to happen. And it's so satisfying to play.
And all the different ball types are really good, and they're not like broken or anything. They're very well done.
Oh yeah, I do not like the bomb ball.
Yeah.
I also am not a fan of multi-ball personally, but and the cool thing about this game is
fun.
They'll be able to update it. They made it so that the first 10 days anyone could play for free, so a lot of people got in there and tried it.
And then they changed it.
Yeah, now you can play for free up to level 25, so it's like more incentive for people to just get in there. And like
the only thing that sucks about that is that we can't do private matches, which we like initially started like on last week when we played it. The group of us, we played private matches, which I think is a way more fun way to play the game.
Yeah,
because you can actually shit talk the other people.
But the cool thing is, like, they'll update this game with new special balls and new maps and new skins and probably new game modes and stuff. It'll be a living game for a while, and I think it's going to be more successful than people initially thought. I know when we saw this initially in the Nintendo Direct back in February, we were like, okay, this seems cool, and it's really cool, and I'm really happy that it exists.
I don't even remember seeing it.
It's high on my Game of the Year list right now.
Hey, sometimes simplicity is the best.
It's very true. So yeah,
a good game does not need to be inherently complicated and full of different mechanics.
Oh, Cyberpunk.
So yeah, I'm excited to play more Knockout City in the future with you guys for sure. I gotta get the Game Pass version working. For some reason, I couldn't download it the last time I tried.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not gonna buy it when it's on Game Pass. But other than that, personally, the only other thing that I've done recently, I got back into Slay the Spire, and I found myself, so obviously my time is limited, and it's hard for me to pick up and commit to a game for a long period of time. So I explained this on last week's episode, which ended up getting corrupt and lost the space and time. But Slay the Spire I showed it to a friend, and in doing so, I was like, oh yeah, I love this game. And so I found it's so easy to pick up, play for 5-10 minutes, and then put it back down. So I've been doing that in between doing a lot of things. So I wish I was playing a new game and that I could talk about for the podcast, or just like have a new experience. But Slay the Spire has been like a perfect outlet for me to still like play a game, and a game that I love. I forgot how much I love this game. It's incredible. So right now my goal is just beat the final boss with the Watcher, which is the 4th class. But yeah, that's it. I've been playing.
You should play Binding of Isaac.
I could get into it, but the thing is, I already know Slay the Spire, and that's what makes picking it up so easy. Whereas learning a new roguelike, I think, would be difficult.
Binding of Isaac is easy. It's just a twin stick shooter.
Is it easy to pick up and put down in the middle of a run?
Yeah, it all saves everything.
Okay, I just wasn't sure, like, if you get super far into a run and then you pick it back up and you're like, oh, what was I doing? With Slay the Spire, you can immediately just look at your deck and see what cards you have. Oh, I'm playing the Silent and I'm doing a poison build. But yeah, that's it for me. Really, nothing else new. What about Tikon? It's been a while since you've been on. What have you been playing lately?
So I started Portal 2. Well, first I beat Portal 1 like a week or two ago.
Okay.
It took me like about it took me about 2 hours.
Yeah,
so
it's a really
I kind of
quick
blew through it pretty quickly. I had never actually beat it before, so this is my first time playing it fully, and it was great. I loved it. But now that I'm playing Portal 2, this game's fucking hilarious.
It's probably the funniest video game of all time.
I'm only like
video game too.
An hour or two into it, I think. So I'm not super far.
It only takes like 10 to beat, though.
That's not too bad. But yeah, I'm loving it. This game's so fucking funny. What else?
Just you wait. It gets incredible. I know, Andrew, you just beat Portal 2.
I beat it, yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on it while we're talking about it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think my thoughts have really evolved from any of like the first half of it, because it is, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's the funniest game. I think it's the most consistently funny game that I've played, where it feels they have inserted some amount of humor into every single conceivable line in the game's dialogue, you know? But I think in some ways, after playing the whole thing, its age has shown a little bit, because there's some humor in there that maybe doesn't land as well in the modern day. There's some like fat shaming stuff and stuff about adoption that maybe doesn't.
Hey, as a foster parent, I still think the adoption jokes are funny.
Well, you're a terrible person, so
am
that
I?
Tracks.
I have a horrible sense of humor, so I'll probably think they're hilarious.
And since Tikon just said that, I believe that kind of works for me. But regardless, it's still a very intelligent puzzle game that makes you feel like a genius for things that are probably a little more simple than you realize at first glance. So it's done a really good job with that, but it's still great.
Yeah, I love it. I've been hearing you guys talk about it. I've been wanting to replay both of them. And then I was saying how I wanted to play through the co-op with either of you, but now thinking about it, it probably makes the most sense for you guys just to do the co-op together.
Maybe. I have played the co-op before.
Oh, all right. Well, then I've never beaten. I've gotten through like halfway through it with our friend Andrew Whitman, but I would love to play through it all with
I'm
someone.
Always down.
All right. You let me know when you finish it. We got to get back to Halo 2.
That's true.
What else, Tikon?
I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 4. Again, actually, after years.
Is that the one that they just gave away for free on Twitch Prime?
Yeah, actually. So it's on EA Play. You can get the premium edition for free.
Cool.
And I don't know. I got like this weird like hankering for it because I used to love that game, and my cousins Carl and Zach have also been like wanting to play. So we've been playing that a ton. Last night had some good rounds. Got some good sniper rounds, and we always run the maps with the tanks as well. What else? Still play Halo a lot with either you guys or like my brothers and cousins. I think that's. Oh, and Subnautica. I'm like super invested.
The new one, right?
Subnautica. Oh no, I beat that already.
Did you go back to the first one?
Yeah. So I'm doing it with a bunch of mods now. Because I never played it with mods, and there's a ton out. So I just downloaded a bunch, and doing a new run through of that again. So that's been taking up a lot of my time as well.
Excellent.
That's about it.
Also just started playing Subnautica.
The original or the new one?
The first one, because I have it for free on PlayStation.
Okay.
I've been playing a fair bit.
Super creepy, right?
Oh yeah, I mean anything deep ocean is gonna scare the living shit out of me.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
like,
if you don't have a fear of the
regardless.
ocean, this game will give you one.
Already do, so I'm looking forward to it. So, but yeah, it's a really cool take on a survival game in that it is fully underwater. Like when you start the game, there is no land whatsoever, so your only option is swim around and collect resources, but underwater. So like not only do you have to like work on resource management and stuff like that, but like you have a limited supply of air, so you have to work with that and physically build your equipment out so that you can dive deeper and stuff. And it's that discovery that like, you know, sometimes you'll just, you know, swim up to a thing and you're like, what is this? And so I think it's like most other survival games where there is a learning curve, where right now I still kind of have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, it's like
but eventually, yeah. So, you know, I'm kind of taking it as I go for now. It's not, I don't really have I'm not knowledgeable about it, so I really can't.
So the first one is a much more like exploratory, and it's not super story based. Like there is a story.
Yeah, there is a story there.
The second one is like all story.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like the first one better, because you feel way more isolated, and it's way creepier. I think the ocean is a lot like bigger and deeper too, and there are worse things. Like I still, even going back to playing again when I first started, I wouldn't go anywhere near the area with the Reaper Leviathans, and I still avoid them at all costs because they are just horrible.
I don't even know what those are.
Oh, good luck.
And that's the fun thing about this and most survival games is that you will just run into stuff that you're like, nope, or like
the second
or
one,
something that's really cool.
There wasn't anything that really got me like that, but
yeah,
this one there are quite a few that are absolute nopes.
Yeah, but the logic in the game makes sense. Your base has a like a fabricator that kind of gives you not strictly branching, but you can see the paths kind of forming as you collect more materials. So you can kind of chart your way through the game logically by just collecting stuff, which is cool. Because it has, I think, relative to other survival games like Minecraft, it has more of an unorthodox like process to getting equipped.
Yeah,
but I haven't played a lot of it. I don't know how far I am relative to it, since, like you said, there is a story, but it is also a survival game. So realistically, that story could take me anywhere from 10 to 30 hours. So
yeah, and the story kind of progresses the more you explore. Whereas the second one, it's not so much like you explore and you find something and then the story picks up. It pushes you along.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying it.
Nice. All right.
I hope to one day achieve the level of mass, like, you know, adoration that you and everyone else seems to have for it.
So much fun.
Especially so I can play below zero, which I believe is the ultimate goal for this.
Yeah. What else have you been playing, Andrew? I guess we'll just stick with you.
Yeah. The only other thing, really, that I've played that's new and exciting this week is Monster Hunter World. Notably not Rise. That's because my friend plays a lot of World, and I had it for free on PlayStation. So it's a running theme with this week and most games in general.
I got that on PS4 and played it for
Yeah, if I can play it for free, then I might as well try it. I'd rather, especially approaching Monster Hunter, like Jeff was saying with Rise, it's like it's very obtuse from a beginner's perspective. So I wanted to try something that I didn't have to spend $60 on.
Yeah, it's incredibly overwhelming.
So I've done a few missions in World, and I definitely see the appeal, but it is very overwhelming. There are so many systems. The screen is always ridiculously busy with UI and like notifications, and even when you're talking to people and there's like 15 different kinds of weapons or something. and then it's just like the game uses its own, language, and not literally language, but like it has its own way of like talking about things, and all of the different creatures have their own names. So it's like there's an ecosystem there that you kind of have to get accustomed to, and it's definitely rough for a first timer, but the mechanics seem solid. I don't know if it's something that I'll like play to completion, but I could see myself doing like a mission or two here or there, especially if I'm playing with my friend, which is a good, I think, kick in the butt to actually get me to get through it, because it seems like it's from hit like my friend, who by the way has 300 hours in World. It seems like it's very much a grind. I watched him fight the same boss 3 times, or no, I watched him beat the same boss 3 times in one day after fighting it maybe 5 or 6 times. And that's just to get like pieces of armor from this one boss. And so it's like,
see, I could never see myself doing
sounds very
that.
Destiny.
I just like that style of game is not for me. And I think I should have considered that before buying Monster Hunter, because that's what Monster Hunter becomes. So yeah, there goes $60.
Yeah, it's weird because it's one of those series where everybody who loves Monster Hunter like absolutely loves Monster Hunter, and it's so hard as someone who's never played it to like latch on to that until I've sunk 60 hours into it, but I don't really know if that's something I have the time or energy for at this moment. Mm-hmm. So I will likely continue to play it.
All right, cool. I'm looking forward to talking to you more about that as you play it more and see if it latches onto you or if you bounce off it.
Yeah.
Adam, what have you been up to lately?
Not much really. Biggest thing, I'm still working my way through Biomutant, the new thing that came out.
Mm-hmm.
They did just put in a big old patch yesterday with a lot of quality of life changes that were kind of just being said to everyone playing it.
Nice.
One of the biggest things that I'm looking forward to messing with is you can control how much the narrator pops up.
Yeah.
Which is one of the biggest complaints people have had.
Yeah, it was a huge complaint for everyone.
Like the narrator part, it's kind of unique, and I haven't seen a lot of games do it. So like you can do like basically how it works usually is the character talks in gibberish and the narrator translates. So supposedly you can reduce the amount of gibberish that's said before the narrator gets to it, which will help speed up the actual conversations, because I do feel those take a little too much time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And supposedly you could also tune down the frequency of the narrator, because if you're just walking throughout the overworld, the narrator just pipes up randomly like I'm sorry, narrator, but I don't need you to tell me every time the sun comes up. I can see that. That
sounds really annoying.
It does get annoying after a while. So it's nice that they added in a way to tone down the frequency of that. They also,
at that point, that's just an alarm clock.
Pretty much. But it's on an accelerated cycle, so it's happening like every 10 minutes.
Oh, like my real alarm.
Yeah, that too. They also messed with some damage stuff. I think one of the biggest things was, so if you pick the Deadeye class, they eventually get an ability that makes the guns deal double damage, which they realized is much better than any other class perk in the game. So they toned down that to say, hey, this is now not clearly mathematically better than every other option. So it's been a lot of balance and quality of life updates, but I'm still working through the main game itself.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice that they addressed some of the complaints like relatively quickly. Like we're only a week from the game.
Yeah, like a week and a half after launch, and all of a sudden, we get all this.
Yeah, it's nice to see developers do that instead of giving a vague roadmap of changes that may or may not come within the next 6 months.
Yeah, they straight up went in like, yeah, we can fix those. Like those are all. They weren't like game breaking fixes either. They're just quality of life updates. Like they got rid of bugs. They improved some feel in the game, made it run a little smoother. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to. I downloaded it last night. It took forever. It was a lot. I skimmed through the actual patch note on Steam. It was a lot. So it is nice though that they kind of listened to what people were saying about the game. Like, yeah, it's good except for this list, and they just tackled that list to what they could do. Like, yeah, you don't hear about that a lot, so it's kind of cool.
Does Hayden know that Anthem 2 is not going to be a thing. You just said in chat, hoping for an Anthem 2 update at E3. Does he know they killed Anthem?
That's still a sore subject for me.
He's not very updated on the news in the gaming world. He didn't. I shed light on him like 2 months ago that Horizon Zero Dawn was getting a sequel, and that's one of his favorite video games.
Hayden, they killed Anthem. I'm sorry to tell you that.
It's dead.
Maybe not.
Oh,
Anthem is dead.
What do you mean? Maybe not.
Maybe they didn't.
What does that mean?
Insider knowledge here, Derek?
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's one of his predictions.
Explain yourself, Derek.
Is that it for you, Adam?
Don't give me any hope.
Yeah, just more of the same for me. That was the biggest thing I wanted to talk about. I got nothing else.
Derek, take us home. What have you been playing?
Yeah, so the only thing I have of note is I rolled credits on Returnal.
Yes.
So that review should be done by next week.
Yeah, so that review should be coming soon. I've started it. I do still have like a little bit left I can do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my thoughts are the best part of Returnal is the boss battles, and I wish there were more of them.
100%.
Yeah, I hope Housemarque does another one. I don't know how they would do a Returnal 2. Returnal 2 Re-Returnal. I don't know. I don't. Maybe another game like in this
Returnal
style,
Returns.
Yeah, I don't know, but
to Sender.
I feel like they've only scratched the surface of like what this game as a genre or like style can be. So yeah, you will hear more in my review.
All right, I'm looking forward to reading.
So you're gonna go for the secret ending?
Yes, yeah. So we can talk more once I finish that. Yeah, because I'm assuming it sheds more light on I'm assuming it adds more to the ending.
That is a good way to phrase it. Yes.
Yeah.
Is your review going to be filled with spoilers or going to be spoiler free?
No, I'll go spoiler free because there's not really anything to spoil. Like.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should do a spoiler cast on it.
Yeah. How long, Andrew, did it take you to get the secret ending?
A couple hours max.
Okay, so not that
maybe
long.
even less.
Nice.
Yeah. Once you figure out how to do it, it's easy.
Yeah. Okay.
I recommend just looking up how to do it and then figuring it out from there is
Yeah, I know what I need to do. It's just about playing the game to do it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, if that's what everyone's been playing lately, then I think now is a great time for us to take a break. And then when we come back, we will go over our E3 2021 predictions. Stay tuned, everyone. We will be right back.
Anthem 2.
All right. We have returned from our break, and we are going to discuss our E3 2021 predictions. So I told everyone to come here with about 5 different predictions. I'm sure there might be a little bit of overlap. But yeah, these are going to be what we think is going to happen at this E3. Some ranging from safe, some ranging from bold, some ranging all the way to absolutely bananas, never going to happen. But if it does, you heard it here first, and we're prophets, and you have to take everything we say as law. So we're going to try something different. Usually we hop from person to person, but I think we're going to have each person give their entire list and go. What was that? You choking, Derek?
Air.
Wow.
I tried to breathe and.
All right. Does anyone want to go first?
No.
No?
Yeah, I've got some wild predictions.
Okay, I like it.
Oh,
First prediction: Anthem 2 uncanceled.
Stop.
All right, Derek. How many do you have a total?
So I made 5 because you said to make 5.
Okay.
But like 3 of them are like real predictions, and then 2 of them are just like, if they come true, then I'm a prophet.
Okay.
So my first one is, I feel like a gimme. We've been talking about it for a while. It's on our bingo card.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart 9.
You think it's happening? We think we're gonna get Mario Kart 9?
I think it's happening. I think it's gonna be one of the fall big titles. I think we're gonna get like one big title this fall and like some other titles.
When do Mario Karts traditionally release?
Good question.
Nintendo wants them to.
Mario Kart 8 was May.
Or
Mario
it could
Kart
be one
7
of
was
next year's
December.
big titles. Yeah, I don't think there's a trend.
Mario Kart 64 was December, so it's usually It doesn't seem to be much of a trend. But anyways, yeah, I could definitely see that happening. I want it to happen really badly.
Yeah.
If it's like the Smash Ultimate, where it's just like all the Nintendo characters.
Never gonna happen.
Or maybe just more. Maybe
As much
all.
as I wanted to.
That'd be fun. I'm just saying.
I don't know. They started toying with the idea. We got weird characters in Mario Kart 8. We got tracks from different Nintendo games.
I don't think we'll get like Smash Ultimate style, but
no.
I think what we'll get is maybe some like random like Mario characters we've never seen in games before. Like like they added King Boo randomly in one of them, and they added Petey Piranha. Maybe we'll get
because King Boo and Petey Piranha are the best Mario Kart characters. That is irrefutable.
Rosalina. I think I don't think it would be like Smash Ultimate. Like we wouldn't get Sonic, we wouldn't get Snake, you wouldn't get third-party characters.
No.
But I could easily see them dipping into
Nintendo.
Yeah, I could see them dipping into other Nintendo franchises. Like we've seen it happen, and it worked incredibly well, and everyone loved it. We got Animal Crossing stuff, we got Zelda stuff, we got F-Zero stuff. Throw in some Metroid stuff.
I was just gonna say
Throw in
Metroid.
some Pokemon stuff.
I feel like that's the best way to get like creative with tracks as well. Is a Metroid style track, a Pokemon style
really
track.
It opens up
Like-
so many variations as opposed to this is the snow one and this is the lava one. Like
Right,
this
here's
is
the 17th Rainbow Road.
this is the planet Zebes Metroid Hellscape one. So I'm all on board for that, Derek. I want that really badly.
All right, my next one is kind of a. I feel like it's happening in some way, but I might not be exactly right. We're gonna get more Zelda ports, but they're not gonna. It's not gonna be a collection. They're all gonna be $60 ports.
Yep, I
Like Skyward
100% believe that, and I'm an idiot, and I will pay for Wind Waker every time they release it.
We might only get one this fall, and it'll be like one this fall, one next spring. Like they're gonna milk this for as much as they can.
It's because they know they can.
Yeah, I think either Wind Waker or Twilight Princess in the fall, and then
the other one, whatever.
Maybe Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Maybe those would be bundled together.
I could see those being a collection.
Maybe they'll do a GameCube collection and a Nintendo 64 collection, but I don't know. I think they're gonna really milk the money out of these guys.
What I would actually like for them to do, and something I'd pay $60 for, is Ocarina of Time plus Master Quest.
Yeah, right. That was one that included Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 and the Master Quest. Oh, just the Master Quest version of Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, because I at one point owned for very briefly a copy of of Ocarina of Time Master Quest for GameCube, but it didn't work, so I actually never played that disc. It was a gift. But I had the collectors. But I always wanted to try the Master Quest, and I never had a way to do it. So.
Okay. What else? Keep this ball rolling.
This one is definitely 100%. We're gonna see Aisha Tyler.
Why? For what?
I guess maybe you guys haven't watched enough E3s, but she is always Aisha Tyler, she's like an actress, voice actress, and she's done she was like an Archer.
She was Lana from Archer.
She's just like randomly in E3 all the time, like doing presentations. I think she was in a couple of Ubisoft ones. She at other events she was just like there in some capacity. So I feel like she's gonna be there in some capacity. That was one of my random ones.
Do you have any idea where?
No, I have no idea where.
Okay.
But she's gonna be there. Maybe Xbox brings her in. I don't know.
Okay, I like that.
next I've got no Elden Ring. This is what kind of hurts to say out loud.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm pretty sure there's no Elden Ring.
We won't hear about Elden Ring till late next year, I think.
Late next year?
That's my guess.
Really? You think that long?
I think that's too far. I think Game Awards this year.
Okay. But like Game Awards, they never do deep dives. They do trailers. Like trailers. So you think we're gonna?
It'll be like a brand new trailer with like a release date.
Okay.
And then my last is just a throw out, complete out of nowhere, Peggle 3.
That would be huge. It'd be so simple and so huge.
I figured there has to be like some kind of announcement that is meaningless but also really important. Like it's some sequel to something that we haven't thought about. Maybe it's Bejeweled 5. I don't know, but I think it's Peggle 3.
Okay, so you did say Peggle 3.
Yeah.
I
was trying to
that
figure out
game
what you
like.
I know, right?
Dude, people love
The only
Peggle.
reason
what that is.
I thought about it is that they're both on
It's a really
Game Pass.
fun, like simple game.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah.
You just have to look it up. It's just like a simple arcadey game.
Yeah.
Original. Was Peggle 2 an Xbox arcade game? It was massive.
No, Peggle was the first. I think Peggle 2 also was, but the Peggle 2 announcement is the greatest announcement of all time.
Really?
Oh yeah. Let me just pull that up for you.
Plop that in the chat.
Yeah. Plop that in the chat.
Okay.
The trash.
I think that's not as far fetched as you may think it is. That's like just dumb enough to work,
Yeah, I know. I tried to keep it a little grounded, but it also like throw some funny shit in there.
All right, I like it. I like Mario Kart 9. That's the thing I'd want to happen the most out of all of those. Okay, cool. Who wants to go next? Any takers? Are you
Sorry,
watching? Are you all watching
Peggle
the
2
Peggle 2?
announcement?
I can't watch it because it'll destroy my audio recording. But I'll make.
And then it transitions to Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Is Titanfall like the real announcement, or was that it?
No, it was just he was following up from Garden Warfare's announcement with the Peggle 2 announcement, and then it like transitioned to Titanfall.
Tikan, I feel like that we watched that on the couch at your aunt's house. I remember the Garden Warfare into Titanfall, and I have a vague memory of the Peggle 2 announcement being squeezed in between them.
And yeah, he's like, it's like that orchestral music in the background. He's like,
he says it and just jumps in the air like fist bumps and walks off the stage.
Yeah, Peggle 2. I remember that. Okay, we definitely watched that live together. Oh, that's absolutely
fucking great.
Do you think if they announce Peggle 3 at E3, he just does?
100%. Yeah.
Like right before a huge announcement too.
Yeah. Then Titanfall 3 is announced.
God, could you imagine?
Oh my god. That would be fucking amazing.
Tikan's editing his list right now. All right, Tikan.
Yeah, actually, that makes sense.
Let's go right into you for this. Give me.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. After the resurgence of Titanfall this year and how well Apex is doing, Titanfall 3.
You think it's actually gonna happen?
I like it. Yup, I do. Now I do. All of a sudden I do because I fucking love
Derek
Titanfall
said the words Titanfall
so
3.
goddamn much. Yeah, and I just got like a off over it.
With that leap in logic, you could be a politician.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could absolutely see Titanfall 3 happen this year. It's
because
yeah,
it would I think it'd be one of the greatest shooters ever.
Yeah.
Because the first one was another one of those. The first one's proof of concept. It's really great. Like they have something really good. Mm-hmm. And then they listened to their fan base and they were just like, yeah, sure. Got it. Here's Titanfall 2. And it was amazing. The story, amazing. The gunplay, amazing. It's super fast paced. With the wall running, the guns aren't super overpowered or the abilities and stuff. Like they work really well. And I don't even know what they would do for 3. But I just know it would be
It'd just be better.
Yeah, I mean they have the huge fan base of Apex to bring right into Titanfall 3, which is what they didn't have for 1 and 2. They didn't have a fan base. It was so small and such a niche game, but now there is the following to make Titanfall 3 absolutely massive.
Yeah, and it's coming back. And
it
still has a bunch of people that play it. Like I played it not that long ago, and it was I hopped right into games, no problem.
Yeah.
Here's how they do it. They just attach it somehow to Apex Legends, like whether via download. Like if you buy Titanfall 3, it automatically downloads Apex Legends, or like put it like add a multiplayer, like a team deathmatch mode into Apex, or
There'll be
put
characters
a
from
campaign
Apex
into Apex.
Yeah.
And just call it Titanfall 3.
Right. Even like a season that then ties into what would become Titanfall. You know, like they have the way to
which
market
they're
this
starting
game
to do.
through.
Like we're starting to get the
Apex,
Titanfall
so.
ties in Apex, so
Right.
this could be them ramping up to it. It's
it
very
might be
possible.
entirely intentional.
I like
So.
it. I like it. Okay, what else you got? How many do you have total?
I have a couple. So I thought of this one not that long ago. It's a good one.
Okay.
All right. So, we're gonna get like huge Halo announcements.
I expect a
gonna
big
get-
Halo deep dive here.
Yeah, gameplay, multiplayer, campaign, customization, because it's supposed to have like Halo Reach style armor customizations and stuff. Like all of that, super deep. They're gonna show off all the new weapons, vehicles, and whatnot. And then this was an addition that I thought of. At the end, they're gonna roll into Master Chief coming into Smash.
You think they'll announce it during the
Yeah.
Xbox press
A
conference?
Microsoft conference? Okay.
Why not? Yeah.
That
He,
would be
he comes out, right, with like the CEO of Microsoft or whatever, like 343 Studios, and they're just like, boom, Halo or
They
Master
just
Chief
start,
and Smash.
and now look at this trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Or like in one of the trailers, like the Smash symbol like comes up, or he
Right,
like starts shooting, and it just rolls into a Smash trailer.
like an in-engine trailer of like it's in-engine in Halo Infinite, and he like gets the letter for
Yeah.
Smash.
And then he punches
Or-
Mario in the face or something.
Or just like the Smash ball, like with the 4 comes up or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
something, and they just roll into what is cool.
The definition
I
of
was
fool.
waiting for Andrew to come up with something.
Yep, I'm fully
Right?
on board.
Right?
Fully?
How amazing would that be?
I would love for them to make. See, that's how you surprise people now. Everyone knows, like, oh, Nintendo's press conference, we're gonna get a Smash character. You know how you really throw everyone for a fucking loop? Put it in someone else's press conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo will never do that though.
I was gonna say,
Old
Jeff
Nintendo
Adam and-
wouldn't. But
Yeah.
Maybe
New Nintendo won't
Nintendo.
either.
current
Nintendo
Nintendo.
2.0.
Nintendo just sued a dude for $2.1 million
he
over
stole from
their
them.
own property.
Yeah, well, he was being an asshat. He
Oh,
wasn't
no.
playing
no,
nice.
better yet.
Microsoft is playing nice with Nintendo. They're getting along.
No, better yet, here's what's going to happen in your trailer. He's going to get the letter and then rip it up and walk away.
That would be even better.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
that, Adam.
Get out of here.
It'll be
with
a
your
D
Nintendo.
And then-
confirmation.
And then
No, they
a
would never do
different,
that.
and then a different Microsoft character picks it up, like
Conquer.
Banjo
Binks.
Kazooie. Wait,
Binks the timekeeper.
No, it's not Binks. What's his name?
It's Blinks
Blink the
the
time sweeper.
time sweeper. That's what it is.
No, so here's what it's
I
gonna.
don't even
It's
know what we're
gonna.
talking
I
about
even know
anymore.
the title screen. You know when they freeze frame on the character and it says something. It's gonna be Master Chief finishes the fight. It's all right there.
And it'll say like more in whenever the
In
Nintendo
Nintendo.
conference is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Do I think it's going to happen?
Right.
No, sorry, guys.
Yeah. What if they
Yep.
end it with Master Chief just holding up the thing and then
And just leave it
Nintendo's
there.
press
Like-
conference picks up right there.
okay. What if they zoom out, like it's a Halo Infinite trailer, and then they zoom out, and the Halo itself is the Smash logo?
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh. Just getting into it. Okay.
All right.
That was merely a hypothetical, because I think that would be really awesome. It is, however, in no way going to happen.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see in 2 weeks. All right, Tikon, what else you got?
Man, now I lost my train of thought because I just got so excited over
Hype yourself up so much.
Yeah, over Titanfall 2, Titanfall 3, and Halo. Well, like a small one, we'll probably get more. Is Sony in this at all? I don't remember.
Sony is not going to be there.
Never mind. So we're gonna get no Horizon or anything.
Nope, we just got Horizon last week.
Well, I was hoping for maybe some Back 4 Blood.
Okay, I don't feel like we probably won't get a lot of Back 4 Blood. That's not like, also that's not a hype thing. Like we know what Back 4 Blood is. We're about to say something hype would be like they somehow got the license to have Left 4 Dead characters in Back 4 Blood. That would be hype as shit.
Okay, yeah.
Is it not their property, or is it Valve's?
It's Valve. Valve owns the IP rights.
Yeah, it's the people that made it. It's just Valve has the rights.
Yeah. So, all right, is that it for you? You're kind of petering out here. You got your 2 big hype ones, and one of them.
Yeah, my 2 big hype ones really. Yeah.
Okay.
They kind of overshadowed this. I didn't really have any big ones.
Yeah.
Besides the Halo, the Smash one, and then Titanfall 3, that would.
Okay.
I honestly think they could do.
I respect that. All right, let's move into Adam then. Adam, what do you got for big E3 predictions?
Okay, so I've got three good ones, I think. So my first, broader reaching, but we're gonna get something that is going to be never heard of it before, but it's going to be PS5 exclusives. Like there's a lot of stuff we've been seeing lately is still on 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're gonna bring out a couple of these new things that they have in the works that are strictly PS5 exclusive, that are brand spanking new.
So Sony's not going to be there. So are you expecting?
It was third party, I imagine.
Yeah,
something third party. Like now that the 5 is out.
But what third party company are you expecting this for? Because Bethesda's Xbox.
I don't know, just
only now.
Just something. I just think there's going to be something there.
All right.
So real quick though, would a PlayStation whatever they do, if it takes place during E3 or before E3, would we count that in our predictions? Because I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Sony something.
Yeah, there's gonna be a Sony something or other.
Week of or week after.
All right,
yeah, so even in that
regard,
regard,
we can incorporate that in.
We can call it not E3.
Yeah, like I guess that's fair. I kind of forgot Sony wasn't gonna be there, but they're gonna do something.
Right. Yeah, they're technically not part of the event.
Gotcha.
But they're going to do their own thing. We all know it. Like last year, we didn't technically have E3, but we had E3,
Yeah. I mean,
it just wasn't called E3. Well,
I guess E3 is digital this year. In past years, I would say that we should consider that being at E3 doesn't strictly mean having a presentation. It could also mean just being on the show floor.
Right.
Yeah.
So while Sony could still announce stuff during the week, that it just won't be at the physical.
Yes, it won't technically be at E3, but it'll be in the time frame.
All right, I can see that. We haven't gotten new big Sony news in a while, so.
Yeah.
Okay, what else you got?
Okay, another one of mine was going to be. So Nintendo's E3 announcement thing, they said specifically software. So I went back and I looked. And they always just say games, so I don't know if the software thing is just a tease for
virtual.
Hey, we know you're talking about the console, but we're not going to spoil that yet. So I think there's going to be something that isn't necessarily a game coming from Nintendo, because software is a much broader term in my mind.
So, like Andrew was saying, do you think we're going to get virtual console or something along those lines?
Nintendo 64 online.
Yeah, maybe an expansion to the virtual console, maybe something completely out of left field, maybe more streaming services coming, just stuff that they'll announce there. Because usually they'll word it as, oh, here's all the new games coming. So them saying software, that just opens the floor for some interesting wiggle room, I think. It seemed like a deliberate word choice to me.
I feel like Nintendo is usually very specific with their wording.
Absolutely.
that I looked on
makes
Facebook at
sense.
past announcements, they always say games. So for them to suddenly say software specifically, I think there's going to be something that isn't strictly a game.
Microsoft
I like that
Excel on the Switch. Calling it now.
Introducing Nintendo Premiere. It's just Adobe Premiere, but with Nintendo slapped on there.
They did add a calculator recently, but it's like
yeah, so like they've been
it's
doing
like
these weird
$12.
things. So.
I was thinking, like, could you consider would Game Builder Garage that's kind of software, not a game,
I would
right? Like you
consider
don't.
that software.
That kind of teeters the edge.
It's software that builds games. I don't.
But it was kind of getting marketed as a game, so I don't know. Maybe they don't think of that as a game. That could be what they're referring to, but it definitely seems like a deliberate word choice to me.
Yeah.
Because if you look at all their past announcements, they always say, look at the next upcoming games for 2021. So this is the first time I've seen them say software. If you look at their announcement, it says software. So I don't know. I think there's just something to that. I think it's too specific of a word choice for a. No, so it could be some.
I'm totally on board for that.
I don't know what they could be doing. Andrew could be right. It could be Virtual Console. Could be like these random other apps we've been seeing them do. Like they got a calculator for some reason. Like I don't know. So it's still missing things like Netflix too. So maybe they'll just be adding, like letting other streaming services get back. I don't know.
That's true. We haven't.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, they still don't have like Netflix, Disney Plus, stuff like that.
It has Hulu. That's about it. That's what I use.
Okay.
So I don't know. It could be something like that. Like, oh, well, finally, if they're releasing the Pro, if that happens, like, why not just let the streaming services back on at that point? And like, it's more powerful. So
did they have them at one point?
It was on the Wii and the Wii U and all that, but it never came to Switch.
Okay.
I think it was like there was like a dispute between.
Yeah, there was something
and
going on.
Netflix.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what it is. I think there's something to that, and I'm looking forward to being surprised by whatever that may be.
Cool. What else? What else
And
you got?
this is my out of left field. Mario and Rabbids again. Some kind of crossover there.
That was on my list. I have Mario and Rabbids too on my list.
I think this would be like the perfect time for just like bring that obscure random combination that worked back. Like get a sequel to that game.
Yeah.
That game, I didn't beat that, but that game was pretty
love
fun.
that game. I feel like there has to be a sequel in the works. Add more Nintendo characters. Give everyone a little bit more depth to their characters and whatnot.
The thing with Nintendo specifically is they've been like really not talking a lot about a lot of stuff they've got working on. So I feel like we're just gonna get a lot of things that we had no clue existed.
I agree.
So
yeah, I like that. And I honestly fully expect it. It's time. What do we got that announcement in 2017? That game came out.
Something like that. So 4 years later, I think it's ripe for a sequel.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I'm gonna put money on like a random sequel game, that's my bet for E3.
All right. Cool.
I think maybe we'll see a teaser for Metroid Prime 4. Maybe now they have a little bit built. Maybe a title beyond 4.
It's unlikely, but I think it could be time to see more of Metroid Prime 4. It's been long enough.
Like, at least like maybe
restarted.
Yeah.
We're like
maybe a title.
1 through 3 coming to the
We've
Switch.
been talking about that for years.
I know.
I would love that to happen, but
I've never played them, so I would love for that to happen.
Yes,
yeah.
I would love it. I don't think it's. If it does happen, I will be very excited, but I'm not going to put that as an official prediction.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, is that it for you?
Yeah, those are the 3 big ones I had. I know they were kind of a little vague, but I think that's what I got going on. Stuff that I cannot predict.
Okay. Andrew's snacking, and I feel like he's gonna have the best, spiciest pick, so I'll go next. I got two layups here. This is on my bingo card. Starfield is gonna be an Xbox exclusive game, and it's coming this year. We got those tweet from Jeff Grubb basically confirming that it's gonna be Xbox exclusive, but it hasn't been officially confirmed yet. I'm saying here, yep, that's gonna be a thing. Xbox exclusive coming to Game Pass. My other layup, the new Smash character will be disappointing. It's gonna be a Birdo. It's gonna be a Fire Emblem character. It's gonna be like a Pokemon that no one really cares about. You know.
I mean, Jeff, for you specifically, can anything top Sephiroth?
No.
Master Chief
Chief and Alucard are the only two characters left that I really want to smash.
Alucard would be really awesome.
Cool.
Alucard's an assist trophy.
That's the problem. He would be so fucking cool, but he's an assist trophy. But there's no rules anywhere that's saying they can't pull him from assist trophy and make him a character.
If they're gonna do that, they're waiting for Waluigi.
Yeah, Waluigi.
They would only do it for Waluigi.
Zero from the Mega Man series would be really cool.
Also an assist trophy.
Yeah,
Isaac?
Exactly. Isaac.
How many things are assist trophies?
A lot.
I never played with them on, so I forget who's an assist trophy.
A lot. But yeah, I'm predicting that
Knuckles.
the greater Smash community is gonna think that this new character is disappointing, and then the final character will be insane. That's my prediction.
I like that prediction.
All right, so let's get into my spicy ones. I have one. Adam stole my Mario Rabbids. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 here. I'm predicting Konami's not going to be at E3 specifically, but I think that we heard the thing earlier that they licensed out, or they're licensing out their games to other people for them to develop. I think we're going to get a Symphony of the Night remake from somebody.
I would love that.
Remake. I don't know to what extent. I don't know if it's still going to be 2D, what art style it's going to use, but it's going to be Symphony of the Night in an entirely new style, redone, reworked magic system. I don't know, something. But I don't know who they're going to give it to. I don't know if it's going to be an indie dev and they're going to show it at like the Nintendo showcase, or if it's going to be coming to like Xbox Game Pass or something.
And that's why Silk Song hasn't come out. It's because they're working on that.
I could see it happening. I think it's hard to revamp, jumpstart the Castlevania franchise. So what better way to do it than to start with the most beloved of all the Castlevania games?
Okay, so maybe redo this really loved game and get interest back, and then start something new,
and then start making new games from there.
I would honestly love new Castlevania stuff.
Yeah, me too.
And maybe the time is right with the popularity of the animated show on Netflix.
Yeah, dude. That's the other thing is people love that shit. It's such a good show. I'm only 3 episodes in season 4, but I need to watch more of it.
I'm in the middle. I'm finishing it.
It's good.
I think I finished it in a day.
All right. We will see the Jedi Fallen Order sequel.
Oh, you think?
I don't think it's going to be too crazy far along, but I think they're going to show some sort of teaser or story trailer to give us an idea of where Cal Kestis is going in the future, what his story is going to continue as.
I haven't beat it yet, so should I
No, I'm not going to talk about it here.
Okay.
Cal Kestis dies.
I was gonna say, what do you think it could be? Because I feel like they're gonna keep the Jedi name, but drop Fallen Order.
Yeah,
it'll be like Jedi
something.
Yeah,
I believe that is the series.
Jedi : yeah.
I don't want
the same thing with Horizon.
Yeah, it's Horizon something.
Yeah.
Star Wars Jedi something. So yeah, I expect us to see whatever, which contradicts. I don't think we will be seeing Titanfall 3 because that team is instead working. Because we already know that they are definitively working on a sequel. They've said that. I think that game launched in 2018. No, 2019.
It was 19 for Fallen Order.
So we're a little over a year and a half. I don't imagine they have to rework all of their systems and engines. They could probably use a lot of what they already had. So I think we'll get, and I don't think we're going to get it this year. I think maybe late 2022, early 2023, but I could see.
I think it's a safe bet.
Yeah, I think we could see the first teases of it here. Square Enix's presentation is going to end with and one more thing, and it's going to be a teaser trailer for Final Fantasy Remake Part 2. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. They're just gonna show something. They're gonna tease the characters like Sid and Vincent and who else haven't you gotten yet? Catchy.
Technically Yuffie.
Technically Yuffie.
I wish I still had the source, but I'm pretty sure they've
Zach
confirmed.
Fair.
Like Square Enix themselves has confirmed that Final Fantasy Remake 2 will not be at E3, and I think it's going to be in whatever Sony does.
Oh, okay.
So, in our rule just defined for Adam, it could still fall under here.
Okay.
But I think it's not going to be part of Square Enix.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be part of Sony's conference.
Personally, I think going forward, there's always going to be this weird divide of this is the week people are going to say things. Just a matter of are they at E3?
Yeah.
So it's just announcement season. That's it.
Yeah. Apparently,
we know shit's going down.
Yeah. Apparently, Remake Part 2. You're right, Derek. I'm reading things saying it will not be shown at E3, but this is just from insider sources.
Yeah,
There's nothing absolutely confirmed here. And that's why I think it's just going to be the one more thing, and it's going to be a 1 and 30-second trailer. And then they're not going to talk about it at all. The show's just going to end at the end of the trailer.
Not even 1 minute, 30 seconds, like 30 seconds flat, I think.
Yeah.
Really?
But just to get everyone talking and get everyone really excited because, like...
And here's how I think they could like really hype it up, or at least, get people talking. Cloud is not in it at all. It's
in the trailer?
Like, yeah, it's like it's Zach Fair doing events from the original Final Fantasy VII in Cloud's place.
That would be insane.
I know.
But yeah, I expect to see the slightest tease of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. And then my last prediction, assuming that we get Switch Pro announcement in the next week and a half before E3, or if for some reason they do it at E3, we're getting a new Star Fox game that's going to be the primary showcase for the Switch Pro. It's going to be this 4K gorgeous looking thing, and it's just going to be okay.
You had me in the first half.
Because nobody knows what they want out of Star Fox. Because if you just make a Star Fox 64 on-rail shooter, everyone's going to be like, this is boring. But if you make anything different, they're going to say, this isn't Star Fox. So there's literally no winning with the Star Fox franchise, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to try.
Yeah.
There is if you're smart.
I don't think I've ever played Star Fox.
If they made Star Wars Squadrons, but with Star Fox, then I would play that.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love a more like free roaming Star Fox game where
adventures.
I liked Adventure personally, but if it's like a mixture of like some land stuff and then like a lot of like space traversal and whatnot.
Assault, yeah.
Star Fox Assault. I
thought
those were good
well
games.
Received Star Fox games.
Star Fox Assault is the best Star Fox game.
It's really good.
Yeah, I don't know why people only say Star Fox 64 is good and everything else is
nostalgia.
Bad. Yeah, I agree. I am a big Star Fox Assault fan. I thought it did a good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my predictions. Andrew, why don't you take us home with whatever spicy takes that you got here?
We are not only going to see the next Smash character, we're going to see both of the last Smash characters, and it's going to be the opposite of what you said, Jeff. The 5th one, amazing bombshell drop. The 6th one, disappointing.
Well, Waluigi can't be disappointing, and we all know he's definitely going to be the 6th one.
The same thing happened with the first pack where Byleth was the last one, which is arguably a big drop for some people, but for the larger perception of it, or at least the circles that we follow, kind of on the mess side. But yeah. That's how I think it's going to go down. I'm not going to give any particular character predictions because that is pointless. Mm-hmm. Nothing I know is ever like what it appears to be. So that's how I feel about that.
Stop eating while you're talking.
I just had one fry. Relax. And we're going to do that. They are going to tease the setting for the next Assassin's Creed game.
Okay.
But
we're not getting one this year.
No
correct?
Gameplay. Not according to their current schedule.
They're still working on DLC for the current one.
The leaks are saying that there's going to be a massive expansion for Valhalla this fall instead of a full-fledged game.
Yeah. Okay. That's
It
what
was
I thought I
supposed to
heard
be
as
its own game, and they've condensed it, and now it's an expansion for Valhalla.
Interesting. Well, that is why they're only
Yeah.
going to show the setting for the next Assassin's Creed game, or
Okay.
at least like some teaser in that ilk. We're gonna see gameplay for the new Riot fighting game because I believe Tencent is at least, or maybe am I thinking of Summer Games Fest? I know Tencent is going to be present at some summer thing.
I think I just read a thing recently that said, "Don't expect to hear anything from Project L for another couple years."
Well, we're gonna see it at this E3, Jeff.
Here we go. This is 1 month ago. Project L's producer, so many things, warns not to expect Riot's fighting game in 2021.
Fake news.
Okay. Please do not expect a beta or public event anytime soon, and def not this year.
Where's their credibility?
This is from someone from Riot.
Yeah,
This
never
is
heard of him.
Tom Cannon, the senior producer
That sounds
at
made
Riot
up.
Games.
Yeah, I bet that's all made up. Anybody
that
could
guy's
be the
not
senior
real.
producer at Riot Games.
They are going to announce or show a trailer for Monolith Soft's new game. Whether that is a new IP or Xenoblade Chronicles 3, we don't know yet.
Okay.
My guess is it's a new IP. It's basically a coin flip with that one, but I think we're going to see it. I think we're going to see the first game to be developed using Unreal Engine 5. Since that, I believe, has just become available to the public.
Yep.
So we're going to start seeing some, actual games from publishers being developed on there.
Okay.
We're going to see a new Donkey Kong game.
Ooh.
It is
Interesting.
rumored that there is one being worked on by the team who developed Super Mario Odyssey. So I think it is going to be a 3D Donkey Kong game.
Oh, could you
That'd
imagine?
be fun. That'd be really cool.
And it is going to
I
be
don't-
better than Donkey Kong 64.
Is that possible?
I don't even know what the last one I played was.
Yes.
If it doesn't have Lanky Kong, it's not better.
Well,
Does
What
it
if it
have new
has-
Funky Kong mode?
what if it
'Cause
has
that's important.
a new Kong called Stanky Kong?
Greatest video game ever made.
And then this is probably my big one, is that I think they're going to I don't think this, but this is my prediction, is that they're going to announce that Breath of the Wild 2 and Metroid Prime 4 are releasing this fall.
Jesus. There's no way they would do that. There's no way.
Oh
Breath of the
my
Wild
God.
2? Yes. Metroid Prime 4 next to Breath of the Wild 2?
I think people
No
would just
way.
have a heart attack and die.
think-
The
I think
entire fan
Metroid
base
Prime
would be
4
gone.
Personally, in general, I think Metroid Prime 4 is a little further along than we give it credit for. But that's my prediction.
Damn. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I also think we're gonna see Splatoon 3 gameplay.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
and
Splatoon 3.
they're going to
Ooh,
treat
yeah.
they're going to treat that as if it's on the same level as Breath of the Wild 2 and Metroid Prime 4, and we're going to see it in the direct before either of those games.
We're gonna see too much of it.
yeah.
Mm. Yep, that makes sense. All right.
And those are all my
Interesting.
predictions.
I think Metroid Prime 4 and Breath of the Wild 2 coming out this fall might be the single most bold prediction set on this episode.
You guys are weak. What can I say?
All right. Well, we're going to check in next week. I don't know what our topic is for next week, but the following week after that, it's all E3 discussion, the whole episode. So we will keep these lists written down, and we'll reference them to see who got the most things right, and then congratulate that person for just being, the best video game person.
The
ever.
most epic gamer, capital
Exactly.
G gamer.
One last one. I forgot I thought of this while I was driving earlier.
Mhm.
They're gonna announce the Bloodborne remaster, and it's gonna be called Bloodborne Reborn Edition.
I like that.
Yeah. So we'll throw that out there.
Okay, I like that one.
Oh, but does it have a new funky mode?
It does
Can you
have
play
new
as
funky
Funky
mode.
Kong in it?
Yeah, and Knuckles.
Funky mode and Knuckles. Wow.
Knuckles.
All right. So, let's do some trivia. Let's wrap this up. So Derek, on one of the episodes I was away, for earlier in the year tried to do some sort of E3 trivia.
Oh no!
Was it the Nintendo Direct
Nintendo
trivia?
Direct.
Nintendo Direct trivia.
It was
That's right.
Nintendo Direct trivia.
So we're gonna do some E3 trivia.
Oh
And
no!
I feel like this might be a little bit easier and a little more fun because I think you can figure it out with a little bit of thought and process of elimination. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Game Critics Awards, but this is an annual award show. I don't even think it's a show. It's just awards that are given out by this organization after E3 every year, and they do stuff. They do stuff for like best game in each genre, best ongoing game, best handheld game, best peripheral game, blah blah blah. But you know, obviously, the most sought after award is best of show. So we're gonna go back and cover the last 5 years, and you guys are gonna have to tell me for each of the last 5 years what game, obviously not 2020, starting in 2019, what game was the best of show. So, do we want to start at 2019 and go backwards, or do you want to start at 2015 and go up?
So specifically the years 2015 to 2019.
Yes.
Oh God, I don't even remember when things came out anymore.
What do we want to do?
Best in show at each E3.
What? I feel
Let's
like
go back in time.
Yeah, go back.
Let's go. Yeah, no, start at 2019 because it gets harder.
It gets harder as you go. I agree. Okay. So, everybody, question number 1. What was the best of show for E3 2019? Excuse me as I clear my throat.
What was announced then? What came out?
So, obviously, with process of elimination, usually you can figure out, okay, it either came out later that year or before E3 the following year, usually somewhere in that time frame, unless it's something that was revealed super early, but that's rarely a thing. It's like games usually aren't far enough along to win best of show if they're shown that early, you know? Man, whenever I have a white screen on my monitor, it blows out my face. I don't know how to fix. Here we go. Which is what I'm gonna do. Zip zap zabbity doo. Let's go to a darker page. Here we go. Look at my beautiful face. Okay. Oh man. So I think you've had plenty of time to think about it. We're gonna have. I think I want T-Con to go first here. T-Con,
yeah, pretty good.
Can you tell me what game was the game of show or best of show in E3 2019?
Fallen Order.
Okay. Adam?
Ghost of Tsushima?
Derek?
I said Last of Us Part 2.
Andrew?
Fortnite.
All of those were good guesses except for Fortnite, but the game of show in 2019 was Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
People were really impressed by its combat. It's like early beginning run.
I thought Sony games weren't at E3.
That was at Square Enix.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. All right. What was the game of show for the year 2018? This one might be the most difficult one. If I had to, yeah. It's not super easy. I'm gonna give you a little bit less time to think about it, just because I don't want this to take forever.
All right, I'll just go with what I had.
We'll go in reverse order here. Andrew, what was the game of show in 2018?
Smash Ultimate.
Derek?
God of War.
Adam?
Yeah, God of War. That's what I was guessing.
T-Con.
I don't know.
You gotta give a guess, man.
Say Fortnite.
Do not say Fortnite. Do not say Fortnite.
Fortnite. Yeah, I don't know.
The game of show in 2018 was Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, see, I was gonna guess that.
Wow.
You didn't.
I know. It's
All right.
Smash Ultimate was there.
Here we go.
How could it not have been Smash?
Not everyone loves Smash like we do. Question number 3. What was the game of show in 2017? We're going back in time. Use your brains on this one, guys. I believe in you. What was the game of show in 2017? Still no one has any points. We're gonna have Adam go first on this one.
I am guessing Horizon.
Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah.
Okay. Derek?
Breath of the Wild.
T-Con?
God of War.
Andrew?
Super Mario Odyssey.
It was, in fact, Super Mario Odyssey. Adam, Horizon was already out by this point.
Oh, was
Yeah,
it?
you guys are really
Okay.
bad at this. God of War came out in March 2018, and Breath of the Wild and Horizon came out in March 2017.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was
God of War
2017.
God of War could have worked because they could have been showing it off for the following year. That's
So,
definitely
okay.
But
I've been thinking like, oh well, if it comes out before
Yeah.
the
I'm remembering years, not months. That's my problem.
yeah. So that one was Super Mario Odyssey. All right, 1 point for
I
Andrew.
mixed up my years.
All right, number 4, 2016 Game of the Show. Let's put those thinking caps on for a couple seconds. Let's think about the year, what was going on around that time, what games were coming out. Derek, we're gonna have you go first here.
Breath of the Wild.
Adam,
Yeah, I think this one's got to be Breath of the Wild.
T-Con,
I guess Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I don't know.
Andrew.
Breath of the Wild.
This one was, in fact, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Good job thinking, everybody. All right, here we go. Number 5. This one's going to be really tough. What was the game of show in 2015? So you got to imagine what game came out between E3 2015 and E3 2016.
Man, that was 6 years ago.
That's right. What games came out? What game was popular? What game were people impressed by? All right, Andrew's in the lead, so we're gonna save him for last. T-Con. What was the game of show for E3 2015 according to the Games Critic Awards?
Battlefield 1.
Adam?
Bloodborne?
Derek? He just had a thought. He's thinking
Or
about
not.
that thought.
This is
Buffering.
Maybe he hasn't had a thought yet.
fall. This is spring 20. No, I keep going back too far, I think. So 2015 to 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Souls 3.
Andrew?
Overwatch.
The correct answer is Fallout 4.
Wow.
People-
Okay.
Wow.
That was like when Bethesda was like, "Oh yeah, Fallout 4 exists and it's coming out in 3 months." And it kind of blew up the world. It was like the first big game to kind of do that in my recollection of being announced and coming out so shortly after. So yeah. It was Fallout 4. Congratulations, Andrew. You got 2 right.
Yeah.
So you are the winner of this week's trivia. I knew that was going to be a bit tricky, but it was the best thing I could think of to do trivia regarding E3.
Yeah, I think I had the same problem as Derek. I think I was getting some of the years right, but just like
Yeah.
too early in the
Yeah,
year.
exactly. It's a little bit tricky. You have to put a little bit of extra on everything. But with that, I believe this brings us to the end of this episode of the Game Sharks podcast. Thank you very much for listening. You can find
What was the bonus question?
Oh, I didn't have one.
Oh, you must. You
How
How many
2014.
E3s have there been?
Didn't even need it. So you
Was
can find our
2014
website.
The Witcher 3.
What was 2014? 2014 was Evolve.
Oh
Ooh.
God.
Oh,
That didn't
wow.
age-
That
That
failed.
did not age well.
2013 was Titanfall. You can find our website, thegamesharks.com, where you can check out my review of Resident Evil Village, Derek's upcoming review of Returnal, and Adam, is you still working on that Pokemon Snap review?
Yeah, just I need to get some pictures from my Switch onto it.
Okay, I dig it.
I took pictures. You can take pictures in the game, so
Not
why
the
not
whole
put
point
them
of
in
the
my?
game.
What a
yeah.
concept.
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, so check us out there at thegamesharks.com. You can send us an email at gamesharkspodcast@yahoo.com. Send us any questions or discussion topics that you have for us. What are your E3 2021 predictions? And, just say hello. We miss you, Dan Santos. It's been a while since
Hi,
you've heard from
Dan.
Even Steve.
you can find Jose, one of our members, streaming on Twitch every single day at Haywire_J. Check him out there. He plays all sorts of games. If you're
He just got a PS5.
He did just get a PS5,
Yeah,
so
right.
he's very excited about that. Look forward to him playing some new PS5 games, maybe Returnal.
I think he started with God of War.
Yes, so he is currently streaming God of War, so feel free to go check him out over there. But I do believe with that, we are in.
Also, Mother 3.
Mother 3.